Hello, everyone. Patizwe, founder and owner at KPM Academy of Sports and Life Skills. So, yeah, I just want to share something with you that is, I think, it's very interesting. Okay, so this video is going to be a bit long. So, yeah, you just have to hold on. Um, I don't smoke. Um, not because not because I don't want to, because my system doesn't just accept cigarettes. And, I didn't choose not to. It's just that I don't smoke. So, that's why I don't judge people that smoke or whatever they do. So I love my family, and there's no effort that I do in terms of that. Everyone knows me that will tell you that I really love my family, and I don't think it's a choice. I think it's in me. Okay, so just watch where the conversation is going. So I'm a tennis coach, and I'm very passionate about what I do in terms of the tennis coaching and working with kids. Again, I don't think I chose to be a tennis coach. I think it was in my path to become a tennis coach. All right. So sometimes we must surrender to the idea that if our lives were predetermined before we came here, you don't have a choice in some of the things that you go through, either positive or negative, if you want to label it like that. Because for me, it's all about experiencing life. It's got nothing to do with, like failure or success. It's all an experience at the end of the day. So whatever you're suffering from now, think about it. You don't have a choice. So that orphan child that was raped when they were young, I don't think they had a choice. The baby that was born and 3 months later they died, I don't think they chose to die. I don't think when you contract cancer, you choose to contract cancer. And my take is at the end of the day, I want to cut off the idea that you've got willpower in life, and I want to come into a stage where so you must surrender to who you are. Because if you had choices, right, or you had willpower, you will be, I don't know, you'll choose what, when you die, when you get sick, and when you do certain things. If you were born into a wealthy family, there's nothing that you've done to be born into a wealthy family, so you're wealthy. So it was predetermined that you're going to be wealthy. I mean, there's people that are working pretty hard on a daily basis, but they're never going to be wealthy because that's their path. There's people that go to the gym and it makes them excited. They don't even have to think about waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning. It's their path. There's no willpower there. It's something that you want to do. you know. So when something is in your path, what I'm trying to say is that when something is in your path, you don't have to work extra hard for it. It comes in naturally. Um, and all these things have got to do. Some of the things have got to do with exposure. When you're born in a certain environment, it's your path. I mean, if you're born into a Christian family, it's your path. If you're born into a Muslim family, whatever family you're born into, it was your path. Some of the things you've never chose them. But once you start surrendering to the idea that it is supposed to be, then you will start sort of like welcoming life as is. And sometimes that's how you sort of like conquer certain things. I mean, certain things that you were struggling 5 years ago, now you don't struggle with them, but it was not your willpower that you chose not to struggle with those things. They just fade away. That's what life is all about. I mean, you one day feel not good, the next day you feel good. It's not because you're choosing not to feel good. It is because of what is there for that day. What life is giving you for that day. So I just want to say that, accepting that at this present moment you may be suffering or you're struggling with something is maybe the way to go, is maybe the way to surrender. This is my life and this is how it's supposed to be, and not try and fight it, because I feel like we're fighting who we are. Look, if you're born into a family that's got disease, that's what it is. So how can you fight it? There's no thing that you can do to control it. I mean, if you're supposed to get sick at some stage in your life, you'll get sick. So where's the willpower then? So I think we have to come to a place where we accept our path and accept who we are. And if you're suffering today, if maybe you've lost a child, or you've lost a husband, or you've lost work, or you've lost a spouse, or you've lost, I don't know what you've lost. Maybe it is time for you to surrender that it was supposed to be. then maybe the healing process will start. But I think once you start fighting what what life is at the present moment, then you're going to struggle to suffer because you're fighting what is. So yeah, it changes. I mean, it changes. What you're struggling with now, you might not be struggling with in the next 5 years. But once you concentrate too much on what you're struggling with, you're missing what you're good in, or you're missing what you bring into the world. And sometimes it's not money. Sometimes it's not cars. Sometimes it's not houses. It's just the impact that you've got on people that when you wake up, they can look up to you and you've got beautiful words to say. And it's got nothing to do with your money. It's got nothing to do with your suffering. It's got everything to do with your input. And that's your path. Maybe in our path, we must start concentrating on what we're good in, on what we're doing well, instead of concentrating on the sufferings that are happening and saying it's not supposed to be. It is supposed to be. You are supposed to be in where you are now, and you are in the right place. Thank you.